Hi, Ken Baden.
Daniel Van Antwerp here from TRTMD Health Clinics.
Daniel, TRT, it's a big market, and we're coming to you guys for a while now. What would you say to somebody that says, hey, you're a little bit more expensive than so-and-so? Can you explain what that is?
Show me what the other people are testing, and I'll tell you what kind of doctor they are. Most people, when they go get worked up for a hormone issue, are going to have like 4 vials of blood taken. And I already know the tests they're going to do. They're going to do a CBC, a CMP, or complete blood count, complete metabolic panel, and then a total testosterone. A total testosterone will tell you the total amount of testosterone that's available in your body, which is probably about as helpful as knowing how much gas is in your car, not how much gas is making it past the fuel injector. So you can have a total testosterone that is quote unquote good or okay. You know, maybe it's 500, 600. You went to your primary care. You're experiencing the symptoms of low testosterone, but they say you don't have low testosterone. Well, is that true? Well, probably not. Probably what actually is the case is that you have a low free or bioavailable testosterone. Well, why would that be? There's a lot of drugs that will cause an imbalance in sex hormone binding globulin, which sex hormone binding globulin, when it's high, will drop your free testosterone. What do we run into? Commonly, we'll have guys come in. They're going to be on the younger end, 20s, 30s. They're going to be symptomatic for all of the issues of low testosterone. They're going to have low libido, difficulty gaining or maintaining muscle, difficulty maintaining their waistline, difficulty in the bedroom. They'll go to their doctor and they'll say, I want to get my testosterone checked, and their testosterone will be the only thing that's checked. Well, to properly work up a testosterone issue, you need to know what is the brain calling for. Is the pituitary gland speaking with the testicles and telling them to produce? That's the first question. The second question is, okay, so the pituitary gland gave its order. How productive were the testicles in response to that order? And that gives us our total testosterone. That's the first part of that equation. Still, a total testosterone doesn't tell us very much clinically. It only tells us
how much gas is in the tank in total, just not
what's making it to the engine. The testing is fundamental here. So you need to be able to test total testosterone, free testosterone, estradiol, all these things are going to come together for a total picture of hormonal health. So I guess the easiest way to say this is it's not just testosterone replacement. It would be easier for me to say we do hormone replacement therapy. The only reason I don't advertise that is because people generally think of HRT as for women and TRT as for men.
Yes. It's very different when you hear hormonal replacement therapy, especially today's days.
Yeah, but they would be wrong because for us, our patients are going to be on testosterone and clomiphene, HCG maybe, something to control their estrogen levels, so they'll be on an estrogen blocker. Progesterone, one of the often forgotten hormones that people usually associate progesterone just with women. They're like, wait a minute, men produce progesterone? Well, heck yeah, they do. Progesterone actually is one of the things that tells the testicles to produce testosterone. If you replace that in a man, you're actually going to make that man produce more of his own, and you can give that guy less injected testosterone for the same result.
I love it, man. I mean, I think that sums it up. And I think what he really said in the beginning, which is show me the tests they run. I'll tell you a lot about your doctor. He said it a little bit sexier than that, but it's his line, not mine. I love that. So another quick question, because I know you're up against it. TRT, it's blowing up right now. All the business circles I'm in, I have several coaches and peers and influencers that are very open about it. I have probably 6 people in our office now. It's just gotten so big. 1, why do you think that is? And 2, I mean, I've seen you guys have to keep up. Like, it's gone from small demographic, like, I had to do some research here, and it's the business owner that can afford to do it. Whereas now, to your point, like, hey, we're on a little bit more of the pricier side because of what we offer.
Right.
But there are now some cheaper alternatives. Now you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you really do.
What do you attribute, I guess, this big boom and, like, I guess just guys figuring out about it maybe?
Yeah, there's that. I think there's definitely more exposure on social media.
People being honest.
Yeah, being honest about what they do.
They weren't, but now they're starting to come around. I'm being very authentic, right? Look, from the rip, I'm telling you guys, off the rip. I think I'm the first. Hormozy did do it recently, but that's recently. And even then, I mean, I love you to death. Anytime you want to come on the podcast. But, I mean, that guy's a fucking unit, dude. I didn't mean to start you off there, but I was thinking maybe it's just that, but people are being honest, and it's just more like guys are seeing these people that are influencers that they look up to.
Yeah.
They're in their 40s, and they're in the best shape of their life.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, dude, yes, that's possible. Is it possible in any way, shape, or form without this?
I can just tell you my own experience. I was 31 when I got diagnosed with low testosterone. My testosterone total was 110. That would be be an unacceptable free testosterone for us, let alone a total. So I had, which is to say I was essentially a eunuch. Horrible to feel like that, and trust me, when you go from being a eunuch to
a unit,
again,
being a unit to a unit.
Yeah, I like that, eunuch to unit. It changed everything about my life. It changed my work focus. It became my career. I had an insurance business years ago. I am no longer in that business.
Yeah.
I am in this business because this is the most important thing in the world to me, because it literally saved my life. It saved my marriage. It provides everything to me. This is my life.
I'm glad that you said that, actually, because I have a lot of entrepreneur buddies that are in these different, masterminds and business associations, and there's a saying in there, and they're all going to these doctors now, right? Like, there's doctors in the groups, everybody's got their guy, but like, there's what they call acceptable testosterone levels, and then there's entrepreneur, like just past that they're seeking. Do you subscribe to that? Do you agree with that?
No. Okay. I'll tell you why. Testosterone levels they're as personal as the flavor of ice cream that you prefer. Your testosterone level and your level of performance is not going to clock from one person to the next. So you may have one guy with a total testosterone of 900 and a free testosterone of 220, and he's feeling fantastic. And then you may have another gentleman come in who has a testosterone total of 1,000, and that guy has a few things to fix, and he may still be symptomatic. I wouldn't even just look at the total testosterone or even the free testosterone number. I mean, of course, we have our cutoffs. Like a free testosterone less than 150, you're going to have probably a pretty symptomatic individual, right?
Even if they're like 1,000 in
a total.
Yeah.
And we see that usually in the young guys, and that's usually the person who slips through the cracks. They go to their primary care and they say, "You're fine. Your testosterone's good. Maybe that's depression." God help you if you end up on a depression med instead of what you needed, which was testosterone.
Thank God that's like available, by the way, now. It was such a niche thing, and now it's like all the cool kids are doing it. If you see a guy in the 30s, 40s, and they're magically in the best shape of their life,
this is what they're doing.
This is what they're doing. If you would like to stop in and see what the fuss is all about, even if you want to just see where you're at, man, it's one of the best things I've ever done. And again, I don't plug like anything. I'm not being paid. This is just genuinely something that I can say has changed my life. It's changed my confidence, my energy levels. It's given me back kind of the old me in all the best ways, man. And
imagine if, as a young man, you had the knowledge and experience that you have today, but you could do it with the hormones that you had back then. What kind of results would you get? What would your wife think?
Yes.
Could your wife even handle that?
Yes, the marriage and intimacy, man. I'm just gotten married, and one of my big things was like, I was like, look, not that I had any issues or worries, but truth be told, I said, look, I don't want to have that marriage where it's like, we've been married a few years now, or 10 years now, and you become roommates. That is unacceptable.
Got to keep it hot.
Got to. It could be a physiological reason why you just accept that low testosterone, low whatever she's got, estrogen or testosterone, but like there are now scientific things that you can do in places like this to make sure that doesn't happen.
Don't call the divorce attorney, call us first. We might be able to
give them a shot first.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good line. Don't call the divorce attorney, call us
Try
first.
us first, see if we can't fix your sex life, and then let's go from there.
Love it, brother.
Hey, man, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for all of this, Ken.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
If any of you guys are interested in reaching out to us with questions, you want testing or anything like that, feel free to call our main line, which is 410-995-8550. Once again, that's 410-995-8550.